How many blog posts should you have before you launch your blog? Well, it probably doesn't really matter, especially if you don't have that many visitors. But if you plan on having like an extremely large marketing plan where you're going to be driving thousands of visitors to your site, well, maybe not. That's probably more so for someone that experienced. But let's just say that you're just trying to launch your blog. Then I believe that if you have a reasonable amount of content on your blog, that you're able to keep visitors on there. It really helps when you have enough content that visitors can shuffle between one blog post to another. So my magic number was 12, and I will get into more details in a moment and tell you how I came up with that. But like I said, I think that you should have enough content to at least make your blog look full or at least not empty. So let's just talk about if you had 5 blog posts. Well, 5 is not really a lot, and it's definitely not a lot if you have very small posts. So if all you're doing is writing 800-word blog posts, then it's gonna look extremely empty because people can easily go through 5 posts in a matter of maybe 10 minutes, and they're gonna realize that you don't really have that much content. So what about 10 blog posts? Well, it's not too small and it's not too much, but it's kind of like right in the middle. Well, if you had 15 blog posts, well, that's a bit stretching it, and I wouldn't say that you need that many, especially if they are very high in word count. 15 might be quite a bit. So I would say if you had anywhere in between 10 to 15 blog posts, that's a reasonable number, especially if they are high word count. Now, every time I drop a blog post or an article, I make sure that they are a minimum of 3,000 word counts, because what I tend to do on my blog is I write a lot of reviews and I write guides, and they typically go more in depth. I do that purposely so that I can have a better chance of ranking for a particular keyword. And when you write extremely in-depth blog posts, it gives you a better chance of doing so. So a lot of my articles, they're minimum 3,000 words. So when I first launched my blog, it looked extremely full, and of course people really have something to read and they can stay on your site a lot longer. So I think that's a nice range for you to be able to start off with, especially if you feel like you need a certain amount of posts because you're going to really do a large launch. I think that's a very good number. Possibly 12 is a really good number to start off with. Now 12 is of course a halfway point for me because I continue to post on a weekly basis. So even if you start off with 12 blog posts, then in a matter of 2 months, you're going to end up with an additional 8 posts. So you're going to have like a good 20 blog posts. So it's a really good number to start off with, and it just helps you keep growing. Now, one of the things that I suggest is that you choose quality over quantity. It sounds really great when you have 30, 40, 50 blog posts, but if they're really crappy posts and you haven't done a lot of work to really put the SEO into it and to really get them to rank, then it really doesn't matter because Google values quality. So if you have 5 quality blog posts, then go ahead and start with those 5. It doesn't mean that you can't have, a small amount of blog posts. But if you know that you are having a very large launch or something like that, then you may want to go for something bigger. So I think that when you focus on quality over quantity, I think you're going in a much better direction. Now, if you're having a problem with keeping up with your blogging schedule or really pumping out content like that on a regular basis, then I actually created a video that talks about 5 productivity tips for part-time bloggers. You might want to check that out because I go into more in depth on how to basically keep up with your blog posts and really what you should be doing to stay productive and reach your goals in your blogging journey. Alright guys, so give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will be putting out more blogging content just like this in the future, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out. Alright, I'll catch you on the next video.